Hello, everybody. Welcome to June 29th, 2023, 3 on Thursday. I did move the time from 3 o'clock this afternoon until 7 tonight, simply because it worked out better for me as far as I had to go and get some clothes measured for alterations for my convention that I'm going to. Hopefully, we'll have some people join us. I need to tell my person over here that she needs to take off the welcome to Suzie Q's coffee and chat.
I do not know how you put that up there, girlfriend.
You just show it. That's show, and then you hide it.
No, that's not. We're deleting the comment.
Okay, she's just going to delete it.
I don't know how.
Hi, Karen. Hi, Lori. Welcome, welcome. So we drew the name for last week's cards that we made with the Let's Go Fishing Suite, and that winner is Cindy McGee. So congratulations, Cindy, on winning those cards. All right, I want to remind everybody tonight, hopefully some more people will jump on with us, that tomorrow, June 30th, ends my special that I have going on, where if you order $50 or more in products using my personal host code, which is, my assistant will be so nice to put it up for me, I think. You will get your choice of any free embellishment in the new catalog, plus a, yes, the word is just exclusive card kit. Okay, it's not going to be a card kit that I've shown in a demonstration or anything. Also, as a reminder, the joining special for June ends tomorrow, where you can get $155 worth of products for just $99. And the paper sale ends tomorrow. So that's 15% off all the designer series paper, just the regular ones, not the specialty ones. So those are in the catalog, and that starts on page, I'll pull my catalog out here and show you. The Bright and Beautiful, all of this page. So on page 129 and 130 and 131. And the best buy of all of these is this Delightfully Eclectic, because you get 48 sheets of 6x6 paper, and I think the price figures out to be like $25. Normally they're $30. And there's some really cute papers in that set. Okay, so remember, tomorrow ends the 15% off all of the designer series paper. It ends the joining special, where you can get $155 worth of product of your choice for only $99. And then it also ends my birthday anniversary special, where you can choose any of the embellishments up to a $9 value on 139 through 141. So all you have to do is send me an email that says that you ordered something using my personal host code that can be found on my blog. Hi, Beverly. Okay, well, I understand you have a good time at the band concert. You can rewatch it. Just send me an email that says you placed an order. Give me the order number and the item number of what you want to order, and those will be ordered then this weekend. And as soon as I get them in, then I will send them to you. All right, so that's all my announcements. Let's get into making our cards tonight. So I was running behind today. I'm not going to lie. I did take a couple of hours, and I did see my therapist, Dr. Pool. I needed it very, very badly. So we are starting with a Lemon Lolly card base that is 8.5 by 5 1/4, scored at 4 1/4. And then we have a piece of basic white that measures 5 1/4 by 4. And we're going to do some ink blending on that. And we're going to do that with Bubble Bath. I love the Lemon Lolly and the Bubble Bath together. I don't have a card to show you because I did not get one made up. I have it all cut, but I didn't have it made up, didn't have time. So I am just going to lay down some Bubble Bath ink here, and I do want it to be kind of dark, so I'm picking up quite a bit. And I'm just swirling it around in the center.
Can't really see it on camera yet.
No, you can't see it on the camera yet. I'm not seeing it yet on I can see it, but not very dark. So we're just going to keep swirling this. I hope you all have some safe plans for the 4th of July. I have no major plans. When you live in a tourist area, you're smart enough to just stay at home. And that is what I intend to do. We're going to be working outside tomorrow on our pool deck and cleaning out our shed this weekend. Next week, Chuck took the day off, or he took the whole week off next week, so he'll be home with me. Yay! I hope he plans on doing a lot of work because I like to be in the pool and watch him work. Isn't that nice? He doesn't swim. Okay. I just want to make sure that when I lay my flowers down, and what I might have to do here, let's try this because my bubble bath is kind of light. I am going to kind of clean my brush off a little bit here, and I'm going to pick up some Moody Mauve. It's a little bit darker, and we're going to go over that bubble bath with my Moody Mauve, so it'll kind of blend the two colors together. So Lori, how's it going? You don't have to be working this summer, do you? Because you're a teacher's aide now. So that's kind of exciting for you that you don't have to work during the summer. I hope you're doing well. All right. Can you start seeing that the bubble bath is kind of light, but I just think it's so pretty with the yes, Lemon Lolly. So we're going to pick up some more of that bubble bath. And we're just going to kind of go over the top of it because it's going to kind of darken it up. I can see it on the camera now. So, all right. So we have our ink laid down now with the blending brush. Oh, today was the last day for summer school. All right. All right. So now out of the Cheerful Daisy dies, I cut out the largest die, which is got the 3 flowers on it and then the leaves. So what I'm going to do, and I forgot to get my old olive ink, and I am going to ink.
Hilda. Who's Hilda? See?
If you are joining me on YouTube, let me know where you're from. I know that I did a post earlier this week and it got a lot of views, like over 6,000 views. And so that was like really exciting to me. And I increased my following on YouTube from like 26 to 300 and something. I mean, that's really exciting to me. And if you're one of my regular customers, you will know how exciting that makes me. So I'm looking here to see. I can't see my YouTube comments, or I'm on YouTube and can't see my Facebook. But all right, so what we're
Hilda
gonna do.
Massey, M-A-S-I,
Hello,
is
Hilda.
on-
We can see you that you're in.
It's on YouTube.
She's on YouTube. I just can't see you
From
on my phone.
Upstate New York.
From upstate New York. Well, welcome, Hilda. I am so glad that you came in and is watching tonight on YouTube. I'm just going to dab off a little bit of this old olive, and I'm just going to finger dab with my dauber on my leaves just to give them a little bit of color, okay? I could have even gone a little bit lighter, but that's okay. Okay, it's just to give it a little bit of color. Now I'm going to come in with my lemon lolly. So, Hilda, tell me what you do. Are you a demonstrator, or are you a customer with a demonstrator there in New York? I'm going to take and go into the center of my daisies with my lemon lolly, and I'm going to make yellow centers. And I'm doing that on all three of them. So I'm just kind of just doing the centers.
Hobby.
So this is a hobby. Stamping is a hobby for you. Okay.
You also have a Melissa on YouTube, and she's from Southern Indiana.
Hello, Melissa. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to have to figure out how to see my comments on YouTube because I'm not seeing them. Let's see. Okay.
You're not seeing me on your phone because you're just.
Right. I'm not seeing them on my phone, but my assistant can see them. So that's great. If you are on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the like button, share my videos with your friends, and hit the subscribe button so that you are notified when I do another video.
And Miss Melissa is also a hobby.
And Melissa, you're a hobby demonstrator, or just a hobbyist that you just make cards? Because if either one of you gals don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I usually do all of my business with ordering through my online store. So everything comes directly to you. And I do have Suzie Q perks to where if you order so much merchandise, then you will get to have free product. So now I'm going to lay down my daisies on top of that bubble bath.
That's very pretty.
But before I do that, we're going to go ahead and stick down our piece of white cardstock.
Melissa just loves paper crafting, and she has a demonstrator.
Okay, well, very good. We don't try to take other people's other people's customers. So come learn along with me. That's awesome. And if there's ever anything that I can do to help you with, you just let me know, Melissa, and I will be happy to help you.
And Hilda has been a demonstrator for 20 years.
20 years. Well, congratulations, Hilda. That is awesome. All right. So all I'm going to do now is put some glue over my little daisies here. Try not to make too big of a mess with my glue tonight. And we'll see how this works out. I love the cheerful daisies. They are so pretty. And you can do them with any colors. I'm using a pair of tweezers so that I can get this laid down here on my card front. So there we have our first card. And I am going to use, for the outside of it, I am going to put "You Made My Day." And I think, let's see, old olive might be too dark. Let me see what that looks like stamped off. So I am an independence demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and I live in Missouri. And I don't have my stamp mat out. You think green, olive green, ladies, or not? That's the first generation, and that's the second generation. Or should we do, I'm kind of working on the fly tonight, so I need your feedback. Get some activity going here.
I'm not feeling the green.
Not feeling the green. I'm not either, really. So let me pull out my mat so that I can stamp on it. Let's see. I don't know if that bubble bath is going to be dark enough. That's my only concern. We may go with the Moody Mauve. Mauve, Karen, and that's what I was thinking was the Moody Mauve, because I don't think the bubble bath is going to show up. So we're going to go with Moody Mauve and see what happens with that. I don't know where the rest of my regulars are. I guess because I changed the time, it kind of confused him maybe. I don't know. But I'm kind of thinking that maybe evenings might be better for a lot of people. So, yes, I think the mauve. And I think at full strength, I think it'll show up much better. Somehow I got something there. Let me see if I can get that erased. No, but I can put a gem there. I just didn't get my gems out. All right. You made my day. Top or bottom, ladies? Anybody on YouTube have any suggestions? Up here at the top or down here at the bottom? You made my day. Y'all put in your votes while I find some embellishments for us.
One for bottom.
Bottom. We have a bottom vote. Anybody else?
2 bottoms.
2 bottoms. Okay. Bottom it is. Okay, and we're doing it Moody Mauve right down here at the bottom. Very good. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, Mary's on.
Hi, Mary. Welcome tonight. I'm so glad that you are able to join us. Then on the inside, I think we're going to use the Moody Mauve as well, staying with the same color. And this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And we are going to put on the inside, your friendship means everything. I like having some friendship cards handy so that if I know somebody is feeling kind of down, I can send them a friendship card. So there's that. That's going to go on the inside. And we need to put something on the inside because we don't want to have no naked inside cards. All right, and I think what we're going to do, I had it out here for another card. We're going to take our small daisy from our cheerful daisies, and we're going to, should we stamp it in mauve or should we stamp it in the bubble bath on the white? Let's do this. Let's do one in bubble bath, and if we don't like it, we'll turn it over because we have that ability. So here's the bubble bath. And we're just going to put that right down here in the corner. Ooh, I like the bubble bath. Kind of shows up really good. Okay. Now we're going to do a little trick real quick here. We are going to get our Wink of Stella. And we are going to use our lemon lolly with our Wink of Stella to make the center of our flower. Clean those off, and I can set that aside so I can use this block as my palette. All right. So there's my ink on my block. Here is my Wink of Stella pen. I don't know why mine comes off like that, but okay, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that ink and I'm going to color in the center of our little daisy. How cute is this? I love it. Love it, love it. Just that little bit of color on the inside really makes that card. I almost cleaned off my Winkostella on my card. Would not have been good. Okay, I'm just brushing off the Winkostella. And all we have to do is attach this to the inside of our card, put on some of our embellishments, and we're done with card number 1. This is a really simple, easy, fast card. So, and you could do it with just about any kind of die cut that you have. You can do that inked center like this and lay down a white die. Okay, we are going to use some of the pink little dots here. What, the Winkostella, Karen? We've done that, haven't we? I thought we had done that in a class. There we go. I like it. What do you all think? Do you like that card? Okay, so we're going to set that aside. Going to kind of move stuff around here and make room for our second card. All right. My scratch paper here. I need to wipe off my block. Gotta get some more baby wipes in here to wipe off blocks with, because maybe you weren't. I don't know. I thought we had, well, maybe we didn't do it at class. Maybe I've just done it on videos, Karen. All right. Our next card is a fun fold card. All right. And we're going to use some of the bubble bath ribbon that comes in a trio pack. And we're going to use a greeting from Go To Greetings. Can you imagine? My favorite set. Just a note. And I've already got it cut, but I'm going to show you how we cut it, okay? So when you have big dies, it's very easy to make a card from that die using that die. All right, so what I did, get here in the camera, is I took the largest die from the Country Corners. I think that's what it's called, the Country Corners. I must have put the die set up. Anyway, you take the largest die. You can make it smaller if you wanted to. And you put it on a piece of cardstock. And this is 4 1/4 by 11. Scored at 5 1/2. So it's the other way we're opening this. You'll lay this down, the die, and you'll want just a little bit of the die hanging over the edge. My tape has disappeared. There it is. Okay, and you'll want to tape this down, and I use my Post-it labeling and cover-up tape that I get off of Amazon. And I kind of de-stickify it so that it doesn't have too much sticky. And I put a piece on opposite corners so that it, and you don't need very much hanging over, okay? So I don't know, can you see how much I've got hanging over there? Okay, here we go. All right, bring it down. All right. And you do want to try to center it in the middle of your card so that your corners kind of square up on it. Okay. So I've already cut that out, but that's how you'll lay your die down. So once you cut that out on your die cutting machine, then you wind up with something that looks like this. And the reason that this Country Corners works so well is because those dies here it is. The dies layer so well. Okay, so you have 7 dies, that little die. So you could make very small cards using the smaller dies. But I used the largest one. So this is the one that I used. And then I came in with the second largest one, and I cut my designer series paper from it. So it's going to layer right on my card base. All right. Then for the inside of it, I also did a piece that was from that's basic white. So I've got a place to stamp on for my greeting on the inside. And on the outside, we're going to use the 7th die, which is this die here. It's just a label die. And we're going to stamp out and cut out our greeting, just a note. All right, so let's go ahead and do that so that I can go over to the die machine. And we are going to stamp this in the Moody Mauve. I love the Moody Mauve. It's just one of my favorite colors. And I'm so glad that it's going to be in for a couple of years. So just a note, and that is from the Go-To Greetings. And now I'm going to take this over to the die machine real quick, ladies, and I'm going to die cut that. And like I said, we're doing this on the fly. I don't have one made up as an example. So what do you think about using your dies to cut out a card base? I'm sure that Hilda has done that before since she's been in Stampin' Up! For a long time. How many other people have done that? I know I did long time ago. Stampin' Up! Had a really pretty die set that was medallions that had quite a few layers. Well, I'm glad I'm giving you some tips, Karen. All right, so there is our greeting. We're done with our, I'm not going to put a greeting on the inside since it is just a note card for you. Then you can write your own note or stamp something. We're going to take our daisy paper, and I love this daisy paper, and we are going to lay it down. Nope, we're not going to do that yet. We're going to take some of our ribbon, and I'm going to just cut off a piece that will be long enough to wrap around our bottom or our layer with the daisy paper. Okay, and all I'm going to do is take some adhesive on both sides. And fold that over, making sure that you've got it straight in the front. The ribbon's just going to kind of add something to it, and this is the bubble bath, and it's in the trio set in the catalog. Okay, so there's that. Now, if you want, you could pop this up with dimensionals. I'm kind of thinking that I like dimensionals, but if they keep raising my postage, I can't afford to send a $1 card all the time for postage. So sometimes I'm going to use dimensionals and sometimes I'm not. This time I'm not. And then we're going to put our just a note. I am going to put that on dimensionals so that that comes away from the ribbon.
Melissa has done this a couple times.
Have you done this before, Melissa? I kind of thought that you girls from YouTube would have done this. It's an old technique, but you know, I find that there's so many techniques that come on, we forget about them. And then they're brought back, which is so much fun because then you're like, wow, I remember doing that a long time ago. So there's our front. Here's my dimensionals. Get out from underneath there. And I am going to just put them the bottom and the top so that they're not right on my ribbon. I think I'm going to get some minis out here. I got some minis. No, I think I got some. Otherwise, I'll use the skeletons. I'm trying to use up my skeletons here, but I thought I know what I can use. I have some. I can use these black minis.
I have white minis right here.
Oh, my assistant is handing me her white minis. So Melissa and Hilda, you all don't know, but my daughter Dorothy is my assistant. She runs my computer for me while I'm doing my lives normally. Sometimes she will even surprise us and she will make a card. And I'm trying to convince her to do a duo with me where her and I would stamp together. She's a little camera shy. All right, so there I'm going to put just a note right there across my ribbon. And now we're going to take some of our gems. And I'm going to use the pink ones again, or the purple ones, whatever color you want to say they are. And I'm going to put one on each side where it says just a note. What do you think of that so far, ladies? Do you like that? Just a very simple, basic note card.
Thanks, Karen.
Yes, I know. Dorothy does a great job. She just doesn't think she does. All right. Now, we don't want to leave the inside blank, so we're going to take and stamp another one of our little daisies. So we're going to stamp our little small daisy down here, and I am going to stamp that in the Moody Mauve. I think we might, y'all tell me what you think. That's the first generation. I think that looks good. So we'll go first generation. Okay, and we're going to stamp it kind of down here on the side where you kind of has that little angle cut there. And we are going to do our same thing with our Wink Stella, but this time I'm going to use, no, I'm just going to use the Lemon Lolly. Why not?
Melissa said she wishes her daughter was interested in crafting, but she definitely isn't.
Well, I have been crafting probably, well,
My whole life.
her whole life, and she's going to be 43. Am I right? 43?
I love how you will like tell everybody my age.
Well, I'm
Just
63.
like it's nothing.
It isn't anything. It's a number. It's just a number. Age is just a number. So, I mean, so pretty much, because I used to work with my mom. She had a miniature store, and we did crafts on the side. So, and we sold those, and then we would go to craft fairs and things like that. So pretty much, Dorothy has been with me crafting in all kinds of different crafts. But the one that I enjoy the most, I think, is the paper crafts and making cards.
I didn't used to like to make cards.
No, I didn't either. I was into scrapbooking for many years. And then Lori loves when I tell her secrets.
She rats me out.
I know I rat her out. That's okay. Oh my gosh, ladies. My husband, his name is Chuck, for those that don't know. He planted a garden this year. First time that he's really planted a garden. And oh my gosh, we are having zucchini and summer squash And I don't know, we've had it several nights where I've just baked it in the oven and seasoned it up. And oh my gosh, it's so, so good. We've got some cucumbers. All right, now we're just going to adhere this down inside our card. And there is our second card tonight. That is just a little note card that you can write a little note in, or you can stamp a little greeting in. Sometimes I don't get things quite straight because I sit at an angle, which is not a good thing because then of course you don't get things straight. All right. So what do you think about that little note card using a die to make our card base? I really think it's cute, and I love the daisy paper to do this with. So that's card number 2.
I never would have thought to do that. And when you said cut that out that way, I thought.
Oh yeah, she just threw I don't want to say a hissy, but she said, "You're not going to want that. You're cutting it off. You're not going to want that." And I said, "Oh well, that's what I want."
Melissa started scrapbooking too, probably about 25 to 30 years ago, and she says that's a very cute card.
Thank you. I will go back and read all of the comments on YouTube. For those of you that came in late, I don't know how many of you went out and actually watched my one video that was dealing with counterfeit stamps versus real Stampin' Up! Stamps, but I posted it last week. Well, earlier this week.
It was Sunday.
Sunday. And since
Sunday.
then, I cannot believe, but that one video has had over 6,000 views. I was like amazed when I seen that. And I thought, man, I wish my other videos had that many views, and I've increased my following by a couple of hundred. And I had just told Dorothy the other day that I wanted to increase my following to have at least 50 followers, because I had like 26. Now I have over 300, which just really excites me. So now all I need to do is make sure that they get the information on my cards that I make. So I did have time to make up one card. So this is the card that we're going to make as our third card. We are using, again, the daisy set. For my background paper for the DSP, I am using the Shops. That would not be my go-to paper pack as far as with all the buildings and stuff on the front of it. But I do like, see, that's what all the Le Shops, it's got all these little storefronts and food and things like that, which I could do something with that. I could even do something with that, but these are all little houses or storefronts. Then the back is just blue, which would make a very nice card front itself. This one I like. And then that's the other side. There's that side, and then this side. Oops, no, what side is that side? Oh, that side. Okay. So the back sides, I know my assistant's over here laughing at me. I guess I'm just a little nervous because I've got 2 brand new people watching me. Normally I only have like 3 or 4 people watching me, and they're my customers. And so I'm all giddy and excited that I've got 2 new people watching me. And you're from New York.
What number card is this?
This is number 3.
Okay, because you have 20 minutes.
I can do it in 20 minutes or less. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is I used one of the basic 3D embossing folders. And I used the one that looks like I don't know, hatch marks. I don't know. Basket weave. Okay. So let me run this through the die cut machine real quick so that we can get it embossed. Everything else is already die cut. So it's not going to take us a long time to put this together. So cutting all the pieces to the daisies is the most difficult. as some of you know that when we did our daisy class for my birthday. So roll that through. I love the 3D embossers because it gives such a good, deep impression. Sometimes I think I'm going to break my machine, though. All right, so we've got that embossed now. And we have our card base, which is Lemon Lolly. Nope, I'm sorry. Back it up. Daffodil Delight. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we have our DSP paper that is from the La Shops. So we're going to go ahead and lay that down. And this is another card that is so simple to duplicate with any DSP and embossing folder. Any of the dies that have flowers to them that you could stack on top of. It's just a really simple, easy card. So there is our mat. And then I use those same dies, and I use, this is the second to the largest. So we're going to lay that down. This Country Corners is, I love it. I love the stamp where you can, it's one big stamp that you can stamp all the little different designs on. And I love the die cuts, and the paper is absolutely beautiful. I wanted to use that paper tonight. However, my order has not arrived. It will not be here until next week sometime. So kind of disappointed in that, but that's okay. It will arrive. Now I'm going to take that next layering die and lay it down in the center of my white piece. Just like that. That's going to add some texture to our card. My helper here, she didn't punch out my, she didn't punch out my leaves.
Oh,
That's all right. Now, if you want to, you could use the adhesive sheets and put on your layers, but I find that sometimes, oops, as I just throw this across the table, that a little bit of glue works all right, and you don't have to worry about it then, because not every piece has to be glued down. We are going to take our silicone mat, though, and the little circles, the little dots from the insides, we don't have to worry about getting those out because that's going to be covered up with our centers. All right, so we're going to first cut these apart. Get my snips out here, because we want these to be 3 separate flowers and the leaves are separate. So you're just going to kind of cut them apart and then round off those edges where you've cut them so that they don't look like they're real sharp points. So that one I kind of cut as I trimmed it off. And this one here is going to get cut off. There needs to be trimmed a little bit. Okay. And then our little half daisy here really needs to be trimmed up for us. Oops. So in New York, have you all been having some really hot temperatures or rain? I know we are desperate here in Missouri for rain. Indiana, have you got rain? I know, like I said, we are just, our farmers are crying for rain. we haven't cut grass in several weeks. And part of it needs it, but yet other parts don't need it. All right, so now we're gonna just glue our big detailed part of our flower, and I'm just putting a little bit of glue on each one of them little petals.
Melissa says it's rained all day today.
And Melissa, you're in Indiana, correct?
Melissa is
From Indiana. Boy, we need the rain so bad.
Melissa's from Sunburn, Indiana.
So it's really sad because normally I don't want rain. I want the hot temperatures, but we have not had rain now for, there's some areas that have gotten just a little bit of rain. I don't even count it as rain. I mean, we got some the other day, but it wasn't even worth mentioning because the didn't last long and it barely even got anything wet. So, okay, so now I'm just kind of laying. Oh, I know what I was going to do on this one. When I made my original one, I put my center on after I had my detail, and I didn't like the way it looked. I thought, okay, maybe if I put my center on first, kind of like this, then, come on, let go of that. Then I put my detail on. Some of that yellow is going to be behind that top layer, which I like better. Come on, we're going to do this my way. Get off of there. We're going to move our yellow piece down a little bit. It's okay that a little bit of it's peeled off. It's not going to show. No one's going to know. And a little bit of that white can show. That's just fine. Pick this one up, glue it down. So Hilda, do you do YouTube videos or Facebook videos? If you do, go ahead and put in the comments your channel so that I can check you out, girl. I'd like to see your work. I know it's always interesting when other demonstrators, and I think, where is my little piece? There it is. I think I'm going to do the same thing with my other flower. I'm going to put my center down first before I put my detail down. I think it goes this way. So there's my little center. And now I'm going to glue my detail down. And this is the little middle flower. What's my timekeeper?
48 minutes.
Oh, okay, no problem. As long as I can figure out which way this lays down. I should know this. This, I think, is the hardest part, and I had it all set up to where I would know where they went. I think they go like this. There we go. Turn them just a smidgen. There we go. I think maybe I like the flower, these flowers with the inside, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to take our big flower and we are going to line it up. See where it lines up at, right there. Put our glue on this. So, Melissa, I've got some extended family that live in Indiana. They live in Marion. They used to live in Kokomo, and we used to go up there all the time when I was a kid on spring break and between Christmas and New Year's. So, and they still live up there, so I'm hoping that maybe this summer I can take my mom for a short little weekend trip. I don't know, depends. So there's that flower with the outline or with the back, and here's this one, and I know that it goes this way. Something like this. Where's my flat-sided one? It always helps if you have your paper turned the right direction.
Melissa says that's way north. I live across the river from Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we went to Kentucky a few years ago for Christmas. Well, Ohio, the border of Ohio and Kentucky. Yeah, Kokomo's kind of like, I don't know, it was north because it was north of Indianapolis. So, all right, so there is our 3 flowers. And now we're going to put some dimensionals on them. Here's my big dimensionals. All right, so what I did was I first kind of dry laid it out so that I could see how it was going to lay. Oh, I got one more flower to put down. Silly me. And then we'll place everything down to see how we want it to lay down. Go. All right, now we can dry fit everything. So I kind of want one sprig coming up that direction. My leaf is going to be coming down over here, and I think I'm going to snip off this little extra leaf here. I don't need it. So that's going to come down here and be off of our center. I want my big flower to kind of be placed there. Move up in the camera a little bit. My assistant is laughing, and I'm not sure
I was laughing at you.
Oh, okay. She always laughs at me. All right, and then we're going to put our little half daisy right up there. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue down my little sprigs here. And this is where, if you wanted to, you could definitely use the adhesive sheets and die cut it out. Sometimes I just get too lazy to even dig it out of my drawers. So I fight with the glue. So I'm going to lay this one down here. That one I might wait and put down after I get some of the daisies down. We're going to put dimensionals on the daisies. Two on that one. This one, I'm going to glue part of this to the small daisy. So I just want dimensionals over here because I don't want it double popped. And then we'll put one on our half daisy here. Okay. So we're going to lay this one down first. About so. Then we're going to put a little tad of glue right here on one of these tips. We're going to take our backings off of the big daisy and lay it so that one of its tips gets right there on that glue. We're going to stick our leaf in there, put a little glue on it, Again, that adhesive sheet works very well for this. Sue just kind of gets lazy sometimes and in a hurry, and she doesn't want to dig it out, so she gets gluey. And I'm going to put that up underneath our flower so that that stem doesn't show. Now we're going to do our third little daisy, and it's going to be placed about there. And now we're going to take our other leaf or our other twigs, branch, and glue it. And it's going to slide in right underneath our big daisy. Just like so. So it's kind of going off of our paper and underneath our two daisies. So there is that. I opted not to put a greeting on the front of it because I thought it would take away from this one here. For the inside, I am putting a strip of the excess piece of paper down on the side of my card. And I'm just going to glue this down, and then I'm going to cut it off to be even. I find sometimes that's easier for me than trying to cut it exactly, because sometimes it may be just a smidgen too short. And I can't add paper to it, but I can cut it off once I get it glued down. And I take an old pair of scissors that I use for sticky stuff, snip that off. I am not putting a greeting on the inside of this card because you can make this any kind you want. Remember, ladies, that if you comment, and the more you comment, then you are entered into my drawing for the 3 cards that were made tonight. And we will draw the winner next week. I'm going to remove my sticky pad there. And if I don't have your address, then I will let you know that I need your address. There's a piece of gummy stuff there, my gummy eraser. Okay, there we go. And I don't think that it really needs to have any embellishments on the front of it. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my Winkostella, and I'm just going to put some Winkostella on the inside of our daisies to make them shine. 2 minutes. All right. Well, I am done. I Winkostella'd and everything. Push all this stuff aside so that I can bring out all 3 cards. Okay. For those that are my regulars, do you like this new time slot of 7 o'clock?
We have Terry from Columbus, Ohio on.
Hi, Terry. Welcome, welcome.
She says, brave to go live. Good job.
Oh, I've been going live for over 1.5 years now, Terry. So here's our 3 cards. Our number 1, which is kind of a simple card, but you do some ink blending. Number 2, where we took a die and we made a card fold out of it, and then just decorated it with some DSP. And then our 3rd card, which is a little bit more intricate, that used the same dies, DSP paper, and cut out the daisies and made them all layered. Okay, so this is the point in time that I always ask everybody, which card is your favorite?
There's been a couple of them that say that they like the 7 o'clock time, so I think
okay,
something to
all right. Well,
revisit.
I may be revisiting and doing it of an evening because it may get more people involved. Like I said, a couple of my regulars didn't show up today, but they will probably watch the replay. They may be getting ready for out of town company with the weekend. So anyway, all right, ladies. So Karen likes number 2, number 3, then number 1, and Mary likes 3, 2, and 1.
Carrie loves number 3, but all are beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, well, don't
And
forget, ladies.
Melissa just subscribed.
All right. Do a thumbs up for me if you're in Facebook or in YouTube, and hit that subscribe button. Share my video, and I will see you all Tuesday with my Tuesday tipper technique. We're kind of doing a series right now of making some card sketches to keep in a book for us. So I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.